Hey, good morning. It's 8:41 Central Time. Gonna be doing a little morning prep, just kind of finishing up with that. Thought I'd play just about 3 minutes of a motivational video. So I looked to all different kind of things for motivation, and I thought one might be helpful. So I'm gonna mute my mic, and we'll just listen to like 3 minutes of this, and we'll look at the market soon here, see what it's doing, and go from there.
The SEAL motto is the only easy days yesterday. So that would infer that hey, you're always uncomfortable. Um, they make us do plenty of drills and different training throughout my career, specifically more in buds. That's teaches you to be comfortable being uncomfortable. If you take drown proofing, they tie your hands and feet, throw you in the pool, make you do a whole bunch of drills. To a lot of people, that would be uncomfortable. Right? Your hands and feet are tied. You're in a pool, but it's a heated pool and it's in San Diego, and there's 6 instructors swimming around, and they're not going to let you drown. It's 6 months long. It's big, it's overwhelming, but I broke everything down into one bite at a time. Because if you focused on, hey, look, how am I going to get through 6 months? That would be much too overwhelming for me. So I broke everything down into one meal, one bite. So hey, if I could make it to breakfast, awesome. If I can make it to lunch, even better. Dinner, okay, cool. Let's see if I can do it again the next day. And I did that throughout my entire career, no matter what I was involved in, what I was doing. Everything was down. Prioritized list, top to bottom, one bite at a time. The most important things first, and then the things that didn't need to be dealt with, I just simply moved to the side and I wouldn't worry about. The more pressure, the smaller bites, because you've got so much going on. I look at everything that way. I've been in so many miserable, shitty situations that just plain suck. Okay, you're gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. But if you can sit back, look at yourself, laugh about it. I've been in some crazy gunfight situations, you name it, where everybody's miserable, but you look to your left and right, you see your buddies, they're kind of laughing and joking, and you're like, okay, all right. I honestly, and you talk to different guys, some guys say, hey, they thought about quitting every day at Buds. I honestly never thought about quitting. Every single day, did I think, wow, this sucks? Absolutely. Yeah, it sucked every minute. But the way I looked at it was, hey, look, I looked at these instructors. If they can do it, I can do it. There's nothing that they've done that I can't accomplish as well. The majority of people that don't make it through the program simply quit. So they choose not to be there. Not that they couldn't do it physically, but they choose not to be there. If you break everything down, I've got some statistics here. This is a culmination of what each Buds class has done in a 6-month period of time. Each student runs 1,627 miles during that time, swims 134.2 miles, runs the obstacle course 39 times, conducts 42 dives, spending 61 hours underwater. Each class expends 1,413,000 rounds of small arms ammunition. Each class detonates 13,382 pounds of high explosives. You hike or patrol 150 miles. You complete a combat conditioning course, which is a 12-mile run, wearing 70 pounds of gear in 3 hours or less. And then if you add it all up, basically the equivalent of swimming from Cuba to the southern tip of Florida, and then running all the way to New York City. Had they shown me these statistics before I went to Buds, no way, I'd be a banker or something. I wouldn't have been a SEAL. It would have been completely overwhelmed. I would have moved right back to Alaska and been, all right, this is not for me. But again, back to breaking everything down, and the majority of the people quit. They thought about 2 months ahead of time, thinking, wow, what if I can make it through, rather than worrying about the bite,
I think that's a good place to stop at. I like what he said regarding breaking things down. I like what he said regarding talking about uh, the fact that it's difficult. It wasn't an easy thing to be a Navy SEAL and to go through all that training that he did. I would think that that would be one of the most difficult things to ever do or try to even imagine doing. Um, but when he talks about breaking it down, so even with our trading, not looking too much ahead to 2 trades from now, 4 trades from now, just the next good trade, making that a good one, making that one that I want to be proud about, making that a trade that maybe I'd like to, if I had the entry and exit picture, hang on my wall and say, hey, this is where I got in, this was my stop, this was my target, this was executed well. And I think with practice we can do that more and more in a consistent manner every single day. So I'm gonna pull up the screens here pretty soon. Pull up the charts. Seemed like I had one more thought. Yeah, I'm gonna read a quick quote out of "With Winning in Mind." Fantastic book. Lanny Basham, he's awesome. Elite performance coach to world class athletes. He's a gold medalist, and he asked people. He said, "What percentage of what you do is mental?" And I've asked this question to hundreds of Olympic athletes and PGA Tour pros. They have all answered that their game is at least 90% mental. The top 5% agree that elite performance is 90% mental. That's 90, not 19. 90% mental. Then I asked them the second question. What percentage of your time and money do you spend on training the mental game? The answers are always similar. Very little or less than 10%. Now that just doesn't make sense. I'll say the mental game is 90% of their sport, but they almost ignore training this vital area. One has to wonder why this could be so. So then he talks about in the past 100 years, more people have gone on to study mental training and to prepare themselves mentally in order to perform at the top of their game, in order to stay on top and remain elite performers. So I think that a lot of that rings true with trading. Give me just a minute here. I'm going to pull up the screens and we'll take a look and see what's going on. Quite a little sell out there in the overnight session. Looks like they've sold it right off the bat. So as per usual, I've had short on the brain. Let's see, ears are open. So we are right back where we were yesterday, aren't we? And yesterday, just looking at my daily here. Yeah. Yesterday probably should have had a stronger close on the S&P, in my opinion. I think the sell-off's kind of telling. Looks like we came up, ran some stops from that spike. Now we're back. So again, this is right where we opened yesterday. So bulls would expect to see some follow through, right? Here's that push up. We've held the gap. Bulls would expect to see some follow through. I'm not so convinced that we're going to get that. But again, a lot of my trades are done on the 5-minute bars. So how it looks right now, bulls should continue to push this higher. If they don't, um, then that's kind of called like WWSHD, when what should happen doesn't. Let's see what news we got coming out. I thought we had some at 8:45. We got consumer sentiment here in another 7 minutes. And we got some Fed speakers in about 25 minutes. Then some a little bit later in the day. All right, so right back, right at yesterday's open. It's where we were, right? Here's yesterday's open. Flushed down, hung out here, came lower still, bounced up, bought it back the rest of the day. Did that sell off pretty quick though. Overnight, same kind of thing, right? Like they grind it up, grind it up, grind it up, and then just they hit it here. It sells off, gets kind of weak. And Q trying to do it, trying to push higher. This is NASDAQ. Well, we're going to do our half-hour check-in. Let's do this before the news comes out. Ready to calm and easy state? You know it. Am I searching for a trade versus one letting it present itself? I'm searching a little bit. I'd rather be in a spot where I'm letting one present itself. I am biased to the short side. Idea about getting involved? Yeah. Short at some point. Give it a B. Can I identify a tight stop? Not at the moment. No. Am I feeling I have to do something, or am I at peace waiting? Let's be at peace waiting, knowing that we're only 25 minutes into the market. Do I feel compulsion to place a trade? Yes or no? Not at the moment. So want to be mindful of our own thoughts, mindful of our own intentions. Yesterday I sat down and just immediately looking at the chart thought, boy, it'd probably be a good short didn't do it because I didn't know where I'd be wrong here, even when that bar came. But then this bar came and I had strong conviction. So this morning, it's nice when you can step in, kind of step in the office within an hour or so, have an idea of what you're going to do, make your money, and be done. So a big part of me wants to just do that today. Just hit the repeat button, right? Oh, let's get in, let's get active, let's make some money, let's get out, be done by, another hour and a half from now or an hour from now. But I'd rather wait for something that's good, something that's presenting itself, and then take advantage. Oh, hey, man. Let's see. Hey. Maybe, yeah, I don't need to see. I can leave it like this, but I'm just gonna leave it on my desk. Like the beard. Looks good. Can you, since I'm using my phone, can you just do it where it's not a video? Okay. All right. That pretty face is too distracting. All right, let's try this one. There we go. That's better. That's better. So you took an opening trade on the 1 minute, I assume, huh? Ooh, big pop. Big pop. Big Papa. Wow. See if they get above. Again, here's our 5 minute, right? Bulls should be able to push this up. If they can't, it's going to be telling. Pretty big rejection there. We still got 4.5 minutes to go on this bar. Interesting. It's interesting. Let's see. 2.5 minutes on this bar. Let's look at NQ. Huge rejection, yeah, yeah. So the Bulls are expecting to run this higher. Right? Like even Tony mentioned a big flag on the 4-hour chart. So long term, it looks like they should be able to push it up. But if they can't do it here, I don't know, man. Look at my footprint. Let's get this full view here. Let's see where it's thin. 12.
Order
I'm gonna try a small short up here at 1175. I'll be wrong at the top of this. Okay.
Order filled. Order. Order submitted.
Okay, I'm in 3 micros right here. I want to keep my stop right at that wick high. Same thing, I talked about this the other day. I saw that it got a little bit thin here. Now this bar isn't done yet. We still got a minute to go. Usually I like it when the bar is completed, but in this area, oops, let me make this.
You're talking about the 5 minute, right?
On the 5 minute, yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay, this bar looks good. Looks like it's about to complete. I feel like I'm big game hunting again. Right? Like, I want to see this thing just puke out. So again, this is what I was looking at, where it got real thin around this 12 area. Popped up, came down. We're hanging out around 9. I thought, if we come up around here, it might get rejected again from that area. So the question for me is, should I take one off the table here and then try to let the other 2 run? Maybe I'll buy one back right here. I'll buy one.
Order canceled.
So I've taken profit there.
Okay.
These are all just micros, so no need to get excited.
Okay.
Well, you know that. You know that
Going small.
I am Mr. Micro.
Yes, yes, she's always going small.
Trying to. Glad I took that one off there.
Yeah.
All right. Learn from yesterday, I suppose.
It's true.
Gotta pay yourself a little bit. So I want to see if they keep it under this 12 area. If they come down again, I'll certainly tighten up my stop. See if they keep it, yeah, keep it below about 13 or 12 there.
Copy, man. I got all my accounts are plus $200, and I have the leader minus $200.
Really?
Yeah, thank you.
That's interesting.
And that's the leader. So it's like, how could it happen? So the other one's supposed to follow the leader. They load up 4 points, and this is down. So I'm gonna close my copy trader because I'm done for me on all the 19 accounts.
Okay.
That's plus 200. So I'm just gonna work on bringing this one up. I don't want to mess up the other ones, so I'm just gonna trade one.
Okay. I'm gonna just talk through this trade briefly. So let's see, 1175 was the entry. Want to see it stay below like 13. Don't want to see it do what it's doing right now. I did take one off the table down at 03 half. So really didn't want to see it eat back into this wick up here. Give that a little bit more wiggle room. Pretty close on this one. That's why in this one I went in small as well. Just in 3. It's kind of a quicker knee-jerk reaction. All right, let's see on the 1 minute if they push it up here and run some stops or if they keep going. Wondering.
I'm gonna close it here. I got the $100 back. Not long.
Oh, you got involved to the long side?
I got involved in the loan, so I got $100 back.
Okay.
I'm still down 1.25 on that account. I see there's liquidity, a bunch of liquidity here right now at 13. We're eating through it, so it's still going. And the next one is at 20.
Order filled.
Let's see, I've got those two.
Order filled.
Okay, so I'm stopped out of that one. I did made a little bit on that one because got involved there, took off a third of it at 03 half, and then kept those other 2 stops kind of tight. So this is what I was not wanting to see here, us eat back into this wick on these bars.
Order filled.
Okay, here we got the
Order filled.
51, no, we got 51, 16. 116. So total liquidity at 20. Wonder if you're gonna go and try to get that. Look at this movement.
I tried another one with 2 micros.
Short.
Short, yes. Stop is at 17. Stop's at 17 quarters. So we'll do 3 points of risk there. 2 micros, again, small. Still got another 2 minutes to go on this bar. Now, yeah, the top of that candle is super, super thin regarding any kind of price. So if we get above, if we break that wick, it could just be that we continue to really move. So in the next minute and 20, I'd like to see some follow through on this candle regarding it coming back down, but I'm fading the longer term trend here.
One 20 looks juicy to me.
Looks like they're gunning for it, huh?
Some liquidity at 15, but
I think if this thing gets back to 09, let's see.
there you can see it there.
Yeah.
So it's between 51.11 and 51.20. We're above the big one. We're very bullish right now. So we need to take that liquidity little. We're at 15, 16. It's going to shoot up.
Yeah, it's looking pretty strong here.
You got what I sent you, right?
I
Order
saw it,
filled.
yeah. Oops. What? This thing I got one order, so it stopped me out of 1, even though it's not showing it. All right, I better move this one then and close it.
Order canceled.
So I'm still in 1. It stopped me out of 1, but not the other.
What's your entry?
This is 14. I'm showing 2, but I'm only in 1 contract, 1 micro right now.
Yeah, and those were good for the market. We were loose at 9.45 and 10. And looking good. That's what helped the market when I close my unit. You see what's
So here's the overall trend,
speaker. Fresh threads.
pushing up.
So what is it now? Okay, so Fed speaker starting right now.
Okay.
Two, Logan and water.
Order
Logan
filled.
print at 51.24 now. Take 51.20 and they go back up to 24.
Order canceled.
Ooh, I like this wick. I'm gonna try selling one more. Okay, so
So you got two now?
I'm in three. For some reason, my
Oh, three.
yeah, I'm in three micros. If we can get below '09, that would be nice. Okay, NASDAQ pushing up, just pushing higher. Yeah, this NASDAQ looking real strong here, so I don't like that.
It's too bullish for me. I
Too
can't
bullish.
short.
Yeah, yeah.
You have the balls to do that. I can't do that stuff. It's being above the moving average, above VWAP, and all. It's so strong. And what it is, look at the 1 minute, it's breaking a flag.
Yeah, 1 minute's
But
putting in a
it's
little
not
flag
funky.
here. Yeah.
Yeah, it's funky, but it's a flag, you know. Every day I go over the charts, you know, and study. I say, you know, I'm just gonna wait for confluence. I'm not gonna do anything. But my itchy trigger finger, you know, it's always. I see those flags at the open, I have to take them.
I get
But
a little
if you
itch.
see it,
Yeah, yeah.
if you see it now, hindsight, look at it, it was perfect. You know, he just the moving average crossed the VWAP, the flag, and he just shoot up.
I'm a little
But they
itchy.
quit. Yeah.
I'm a little itchy
So
this morning, I must say.
it works. It was a cool, yeah. But then I like process. Moving average, VWAP, everything like together, you know. Then like this, straight up, I can be shorting, like going against the trend for me, you know.
Yeah.
But I like to see you trading because you know, like we have different styles, so it like, and you get paid as well, so it's always trying to add to my repertoire.
Yeah, it is really helpful to see other guys, right? Like on this one, I never did flag breakouts on the 1 minute until I started talking to you. So I know on this, oh, the guys who play that 1 minute flag breakout, if it doesn't break out, they'd be wrong, they'd be disappointed. And so here's what I would do in that situation. So
Right.
that's helpful. I got a minute 40 to go on this bar. I need to see this thing get down to '09 or below it. Watching NASDAQ here, we've had on NASDAQ kind of the big wick came up above it. Now it'd be interesting if we come back into it. Yeah, for me, '09 is going to be the level, the magic level on ES here if we can get below that again. Reason being, we pull up this guy. I'll tighten up these stops now. Oops. Get that other chart up here. And again, these are micros. Like I'm in small. I realize I'm against City Hall here, so to speak. But here's where it got real thin. This '09 to 10 level here. So this is me taking this short. I want to see it get down to '09 and then see if we can get back under it and go. But again, this is completely a counter trend move. All right, so NQ could be flagging here. ES could be doing the same thing.
Just looking at that 120 from earlier, think that eventually we're going to go and touch it, but take that liquidity.
All right, here goes the flag. NQ trying to do the same and follow suit. Still got 4 minutes to go on this bar, so I don't like the strength of this bar. Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah, here's 120.
There it goes. Still got 3 minutes to go on this bar.
Yes.
Here's NQ. Still could be playing like a flag here. Look at
And it
that.
looks like ES is ahead of NQ. Okay, so we touch 120. I have a pivot at 25 and 3/4, and the next liquidity is at 24.
Okay. Good to know.
Well, but you listen because you take the opposite trade.
Too stubborn. Yeah, this thing in 1 minute's well above the 9 EMA. My excuse is I'm in small, but really I don't think that's a good excuse. Because I've been in small a few times. First one made a little bit of money. This one's more gambling. Felt like I had a read that it would be short, but there comes a time when
You'll be up.
you got to get rid of your thesis, right?
Yeah,
You got to get rid of it at some point.
yeah, you'll be up 5 points now. And to me, I'm done. Once I reach that number, if they, because I'm trading minis, I'm done.
And here's what we talked about earlier too, right? So this thing, I mean, it's looking like it should just continue. We've got that rounded bottom. I'm a point away from getting stopped out here. I do like to do counter trend trades, but I don't like to be stupid. And this morning, I feel like I've been more stupid than than doing a good counter trend trade.
When the market is so bullish, it keeps building those bull flags. Retrace
Yeah,
them, those are entry points, and then you can launch again for the next move and retrace, which is a flat, and then launch again. So, like I said, I'm looking at 24 first, then 25, 75 for the pivot.
yeah, yeah. Just grinding them higher. There we go. Yeah, I'm just in one mini still. It's showing two, but I'm in just one. I don't know why that's like that.
Really?
Yeah, yeah, it's showing two on my screen there, but I'm just in one.
Didn't quite get to 24.
Pretty big decisive move on the 1 minute candle there. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Okay, remember our level from earlier was at 12 and 13 area. But it could be mindful that it could be the market just wanting to grind itself up, but that's a pretty good rejection there at 20. Yeah, there we go.
That was a strong red candle.
Pretty good rejection.
That's an
Yeah.
engulfing candle.
Yeah.
Kind of, with that wick.
Could be a liquidation break though.
Yeah, but the wick all the way back up, so it didn't close, completely engulfing. Still,
Yeah, it's got another minute and 20 to go.
yeah. Let's see if he closes and engulfs the other one, then yeah.
Well, there we go. It's kind of nice. So now, okay, remember that 12 area was where it got real thin on this wick coming up, pushed down. Haven't closed this bar yet. That was a pretty big market order by some big whale, I think. But we're still in an uptrend, so
Now he came and test the 5-minute 9 EMA.
is that what it did there?
Good
Okay.
entry point for a lot of moves.
Yeah.
But like I said, I always like confluence, and then we are bullish on the 5, but not for the 1 minute.
Pull up this guy here. Let's see what we're doing. Let's do a check-in real quick. Checking in.
Prayer, the morning trader's prayer.
I need to. Need to. That's a good prayer. Calm and easy. I'm pretty calm and easy. I'm trading small. Am I searching for a trade? I am doing a bit of searching. Idea about getting involved. Yeah. And I'd rate it a B. Still wanting to be short. Can I identify a tight stop? Yeah, I've got it here at 51.20 for right now. It's my tight stop. Am I feeling I have to do something, or am I at peace waiting? It's obvious that I'm feeling like I have to do something. Do I feel a compulsion to place a trade? I do, a little bit. Look at NQ. NQ also came back down to the middle area of that wick. Here's the day for that one so far. We are in an uptrend. I mean, there's no reason why it shouldn't continue. However, in my mind, I'm thinking if it doesn't continue, then it could be a really nice, like a big payoff for the Bears. So those are my thoughts.
Well, eventually it's going to retest the D1. There. You have your first target below V1.
I'm gonna do that first target at 0975.
So on that move up to 120, we broke overnight high. So I think that eventually that P was going to be touched at 25. So if we do a 50% retracement now,
Yeah, where's that put us? Where's 50% put us?
first target.
10. Actually, I got my first target at 10 there.
That's like 50% then.
Okay. Good NASDAQ. So the question for me on NASDAQ is this consolidation and then just another push up? Do we break this little trend line here? So we've come up, consolidated, pushed up, kind of consolidating again, pushed up. It could happen. Could be where we consolidate, then get above this, and then just continue grinding higher. Again, we are in that big uptrend, just going up.
Right. The market is very, very bullish.
Very bullish.
It goes.
Yeah. Looking kind of bullish there on NASDAQ. Another 4 minutes on this bar. I'm going to buy one back at break even there. All right, so I'm just in 2 micros now at this point. If this thing gets weak and there's a spot to sell, like I'll know it.
So that glitch is on Replicanto, is on India that shows four contracts.
It's on Replicanto.
I was checking the performance whatever the chart or page on Ninja, and I made 2 trades, right?
Mm-hmm.
I made
I'm going to buy another one.
One at the open and then the other one.
Uh-huh.
They both are 100% win ratio, no losers. And then on the leader, it showed 4 trades.
Huh.
How in the world could that happen? I don't understand. That's why it's negative, the leader. I got the 3 winning and 1 losing trade on the lead.
Hmm.
The thing that I was doing, I sent a ticket and they apparently everybody was complaining. They did an upgrade on copy trade.
Oh, is that what happened?
It unsyncs my account. So apparently after I close the trade, unsynced everything and place the trade on the leader. I don't know.
Hmm.
How I mean, the leader is what controls all the trades. The other ones are just followers. See what I mean? How could you be green and red on the leader?
Yeah, that is weird.
That makes no sense. Oh,
Pretty strong here. This is a strong bullish bar. Got my stop at 20 and 3/4 there.
if you recall what I said, it's going to test the 9 EMA and it's a launch pad for the bull.
Yeah. So I lightened up. I took one more micro off at 15 there. I got two just hanging out here, but not looking good, especially remember we got this little trend line on NQ. So NQ needs to kind of break above it to follow suit. At this point, it's both these markets, both NASDAQ and ES are really strong. So got another 45 seconds to go on this bar. Yeah, it's not going to bode well, I don't think.
But the nice thing that trading small with micros, you don't get hurt that much.
Yeah. Yeah, so at this point I'm down. If this stop takes me out, I'm down 100, which per account, which isn't huge, but even then, like I said, a problem for me sometimes can be, it's just a micro, it's small, which it kind of helps me take that trade I took earlier, that short that I had at that one area at right at 12. Um, but you get a little bit greedy and think, well, it's only a few micros. Let me take one off the table and see if it can run. But yeah, all right. So we're breaking this on NQ. ES should be breaking this as well. Got a brand new bar starting here, so it should just continue. So this was the thought, right? That we'd hang out, push up, consolidate again, push up. Okay, I'm out, completely out at that level. And where are we at? Yeah. So now we just sit and wait.
You still show two, three?
I was in two.
Okay.
I mean, I was in three at one point, but when it came back down, when it came to 1575, I got out of one more for break even, so I just had two on.
Okay, so 124 is coming. We have 123 liquidity first, then 124, then 125 is the cable. And that should be resistance. If we get there. Watching up.
Pardon me.
Broke the 1 minute flag at 119.
Nasdaq couldn't make a new high. ES coming down again. Man,
Nothing's pulling down.
this is so tempting for me to want to short, but this bar isn't closed yet. It's still got a minute and 20 to go. But yeah,
I was
But I don't want it to be death by a thousand cuts either, right? Like
No, no, of course.
that's
I
the
was
issue.
hoping if we got to 24, I will feel more confident going short at 24. But I guess this is it. Still looking at the 5 minutes, still bullish.
5 minutes still bullish. All right, that's been the theme of the day. It looks like big wick up and come down, and then push up. Kind of had that over here on one of these bars, and then it closed looking different. I will say that guys trading NQ are looking for a little bit more follow through on that
Got it.
5 minute bar there. What's that?
Oh, well, on the, you don't trade the tick charts, right?
No.
On the 2000 tick chart, there's a double bottom. Yes. See,
So I think for me that's the temptation too. So yesterday I was in 9 micros because I had a really strong conviction about the move. And right now I'm feeling a little compulsive thinking, well, what if this is the top? What if, what if the Bears sell it here? It could be a huge move down. It could be a huge payday. So I'll just go in with 2 micros, really small, and try to get paid real big on it. Which it's not a bad train of thought. It's just you gotta know your weak points, I guess. And so that's a weak point of mine.
but if I look at a bigger picture as well on the 60 minute, the same thing that Tony was looking at the 4 hour. All-time high was 51, 23 and a half. Last Friday. Friday or Thursday? Yeah, that's right. We are just a few points. It did 51, 22 to a quarter. So we just a point from printing new highs. If we get to that pivot or to liquidity at 24, we're printing new highs again. You know?
I know.
So it can go against the trend. So wait for a signal.
Yeah, that's the thing. Gotta wait for a signal.
So I always know institutional traders, they trade the 60 minute, they trade the daily, and they're long, they're bullish. You know?
Yeah, for sure.
They're
Like,
putting in the big bucks in there. You know?
yeah. So like look at here's the 15 minute. Here it is right here. That's that's very bullish. Very bullish. So, yeah, like what are the odds? What are yes, if you short here and you're right, so to speak, and we come down, you could have a good payday, but the odds of that happening are not in your favor. So, for me, let's be patient. Let's take a trade where the odds are in my favor and get involved with that.
So 23 and a half was an all-time high last week, so almost there. Ready to print new highs.
We got any speakers anytime soon or
Speakers?
Like Fed speak? Aren't there some Fed speakers or something?
We have these guys talking already. They already finished talking, I guess. We have FOMC at noon.
Eastern?
Yes.
Okay.
12:15 Eastern FOMC, and then more speakers at 1:30.
Yeah, a lot of speakers today. Yeah, yeah.
3:30.
Okay, so here we go. Here we go. So if you're watching, I tried 2 trades earlier to get short. Had break even on one of them, loss on the other one. And looks like we're just going to continue pushing higher at this point. We've had a few wicks here on the 5 minute. So this is NASDAQ, where at one point it kind of came lower and you thought, okay, we might go down, but trying to, like Tommy's reminding me, just take a bigger look at the trend, the long-term time frame. What are we doing? We're going higher, right? Here's our 5 minute. Come down, held it yesterday especially. Now we're just pushing higher. So for me, I do like to do counter trend trading, but it's usually better off when I got something to hang my hat against, just versus just shooting in the dark, shooting blind. And I do keep the size small. Been trading 2 and 3 micros this morning, so nothing detrimental. Wasn't a bit heavier yesterday at 9, but had a strong conviction about that. So let's go to our check-in. I know we're a few minutes early, but we're checking in every half hour here. And so I'm wanting the Eagles song, Peaceful, Easy Feeling, to be what sums up my whole day observing market activity. If I got a trade that's more of a long shot, more of a shot in the dark, I want to be real small on that trade, like I was this morning. I don't want to be loading up and super big. So the question to ask ourselves here at 10 Central is, am I feeling calm and easy? I am. Am I searching for a trade or versus letting one present itself? I was searching early this morning, but right now I've taken one scratch and then one loss, and I'm gonna just sit back and wait.
Here we go.
Yeah,
No highs.
looking strong.
No highs. 24 is out, like I said.
Yep.
And the pivot is at 25 3/4.
Idea about getting involved. Well, at this point, it's looking like getting involved to the long side. I just don't have a good entry point yet. Can I identify a tight stop? Well, I'm not going to get involved right now, so not now. Am I feeling I have to do something, or am I at peace waiting? I'm very much at peace waiting at this point. Do I feel compulsion to place a trade? I do not. All right, that's our check-in. So this could be one of those days. If you ever watch Tasty Trade, the guys on there, they'll kind of razz each other. And if this thing just continues to grind higher all day, sometimes Tom would be on there doing a short. He'd be short and say, maybe where I was around like 12. Then he'd be adding to it at 18. And Tony would come like, hey, man, like, you were shorting at 12. We're all the way up at 22 now. Why don't you short some more? Like, if you liked it short there at 12, you'd love it up here at 22. So, good to be mindful of what the market's doing. Good to be mindful of what we're doing. Sorry I'm talking your ear off there, Tommy.
Fine.
Just put me on mute if I get annoying, if it's too much to handle.
Let's look at it all. No all-time high. See if we can get a short entry now. We've got a bunch of sellers at 23 now. So no print. Should be some kind of retracement now.
So what's interesting to me is that, so I'll watch a few markets in tandem with one another. Yeah, there's 24. good spot. And gold has been just waiting to break out for the longest time because ES has been so strong. And I thought, when gold starts breaking out, I think the ride could be over for the S&P 500, at least in the short term. And today gold's looking really strong on the longer term chart. I think really has potential to push higher over the next few weeks, months, and should go to new all-time highs. But so that's kind of the macro view. But whether or not ES gets weak today and sells off is anyone's guess. I mean, it's like you said, Tommy. It's right here at all-time highs, and I think Nasdaq. Yeah, Nasdaq today is again at new all-time highs. So she's still running. Yeah.
Bulls are relentless.
They're relentless, man.
All these retracements are entry points
Yeah.
until they're not.
Yeah, until proven otherwise. Let's see it.
Liquidity is gone now. There's nothing now. Clear path. The pivot at 25, then 29 and 30 is where the liquidity is. Then underneath, all the way down to 10. The only thing that I have kind of a comfort level on that leader account that is down is that that particular account for some reason was ahead as well. So with my fields, I don't know. Like I told you, I was telling you I was up. It was a $500 spread, between my other accounts and the leader.
Hmm.
So now it's even with other accounts.
I don't know.
You see what I mean? So that leader was ahead. Now it's even. Market won't let go.
She just grinding higher. Yep,
Just keeps going.
grinding
That's what I
higher.
was calling
Let's look at
earlier. We're okay.
Russell, or not Russell, NQ.
The funny thing is that I know that I'm going to get hit, and I'm not in the trade. Like, my confidence is, it's already done. I have the rules. I try to stick to my rules. every time I break my rules and place another trade after I'm done, I screw it
It happens, yeah.
up. And that's not a uh, easy feeling, you know, when you're up and then
No, no, it's
they
not.
end up
Yeah. S-
serving. So
s-
that's why, to me, I have to have a very strong signal. That's the pivot,
yeah.
breaking the pivot. Okay? So I've been calling those levels, calling the everything, and just watching. uh, 29 is the next. I think the next pivot is at 47.
Yeah, she's just running today. Running. So anyone listening, I'll remind myself, that you can look at today, and if you're not involved to the long side, you can, find yourself being frustrated. But I think it's good to remember, like, that the market isn't a place of scarcity, right? Um, and there's always something. There's gonna be something else that comes along. So me, I'm not involved to the long side right now. I don't even know if I wish I was. Yeah, I suppose I, could have taken a breakout. Trades that just last a long time, they're hard for me. Usually with my trades, they work out. They start working within about, I don't know, a good trade for me starts working within about 10 minutes or so. Now, there are ones like yesterday where you sit and you wait, but you got a strong conviction about a certain level. But yeah, I love this saying, the quote that some trader said, and he said, the market, no stock market, it's just like a big loaf of bread. And it's just your job to pull out a small crumb. And that small crumb could be the equivalent of a fortune. It could be, wealth of nations. But so it's good to just remember that the market is here for you. That if you're not seeing something, it's okay. It's okay to be sitting. It's okay to be waiting. It's okay to not trade. I've talked recently how, for me, I've been thinking about taking the path of most resistance. Because as traders, or as aspiring traders, a lot of times we are taking the path of least resistance versus most resistance. So, me personally, I'm aware that the path of least resistance is just placing a trade, being involved. But if I'm doing that, it's eventually going to lead to the path of most resistance, which is, if I'm just trading a trade, even if I'm keeping stops, then I'm not managing my capital well. Probably not managing my emotional capital well either. But if I can take the path of most resistance first, by doing a half-hour check-in, by being extremely patient and waiting, even by having a day where I don't place a trade and I don't feel compelled to trade, that will eventually lead me to the point that I want to be at. So, little food for thought there. Food for thought. All right, new all-time highs. Yes. Get long, man. Just jump on in, get long.
Well, remember that retracement to the 9E, I told you was going to be a launch pad for the bulls. Look at it.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, that 14 level.
It's going to be 20-point launch.
And 12 was, yeah, like 12 was where it was thin on this wick. And so, yeah, that was a good call. That's probably where I shouldn't have been involved at all. And then wait to see confirmation on a big bar and then just hop on in. Hop on in.
What helps a lot is flaps, and the Lux algo is really, really good for that. I follow those on the 5 and the 1 minute because it keeps printing those flags, for you. both ways. So it's a good indication of where to take a trade.
Hmm.
I know you don't use it, but it is helpful.
Yeah, it is. I have it on there sometime. Oxalgo. There we go. There it is. Alrighty. Bulls pushing it higher here.
Pretty far. Uh, 20 points from the V1.
Yeah.
So I would expect some kind of retracement, you know.
I don't know, man. Yeah, the question is what level does it retrace to, or is it just, you know, it's clear sky above, man. So it could just be not even grindy. It's a pretty strong trend right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I always go and calculate a 50%, you know, at least a retracement to 51.20, which is to test the 9 EMA on the 5 minute, that would be 50% of this move. And then you have B1, you know. But again, trying to catch a top.
Oh yeah, definitely not looking as short. No way. No way, Jose. Here's the 5 minute with the trend lines on it. There we go. That's what we talked about this morning. Kind of a rounded bottom and then just push up higher.
Just trading the 10 EVAs, you're not touching the PAs.
Yeah, I'm not touching my PAs till I get these 10 other evals passed.
Good.
Yeah. There's times when I almost, so like this morning I wouldn't, but there might be a time where when I see something real clear, that I might turn them on. But yeah, that's the goal, is just to pass the 10 more evals. Then I'll have 20 PAs and trading all of them. Yeah, look at the long-term chart of gold. The daily's been putting in kind of like a cup and handle for the last, oh, I don't know, 3 months. December, January, February, March. Yeah, last 3 months. She's breaking out now.
Yeah. Wow. It's all the way from 206 to 2. Wow.
What? What is?
56 to 82. Yeah.
What's that? Oh, the gold you're talking about? Yeah. Yeah, but look at it, like the daily chart, just beautiful, man. Anyway.
Also, crypto, doing good with Bitcoin. All my cryptos finally are back to break even, most of them.
Oh, that's good.
Been holding those things for 4 years.
Mm.
Finally, see the money again.
I wonder what Micah's up to. You on, Micah? He probably got long. He's smart. He probably got long around that 14 level.
Yeah, he's holding for who knows.
He's holding for the moon. Hold it, man. Hold it, dude. Hold it, Micah.
He also $20,000 days.
There you go.
Okay, here we go
Could be a
again.
nice, yeah, nice liquidation break where we get that kind of fake out, and then bullish just buy it right back up. Could be a little pennant, little flag here. It could push it higher. Oh, that's a good liquidation break.
March 1st.
Yeah, yeah.
Pay the HOA, you gotta pay the mortgage. Everybody with their hand out, expecting to get paid.
Everyone wants their bills or wants their payment. For you, it's bills. For others, it's payments. Yeah, it's 5 minutes just staying above that 9 EMA, isn't it? Wishing higher. Yeah, what's the next level you got?
Liquidity?
Yeah, or like a pivot.
30. Oh, payload.
Yeah.
47. Payload is a 47. That's Micah's target.
Probably so.
That's supply at 30.
25. All right, so Bulls want to see this continue. This was a nice liquidation. Came up and took it higher. Story of the day is get long. Get long.
It would be nice to just pull that long. My entry was 51.10. The second trade. Look at this, 20 points, man.
20. Yeah, it's a big move. All right, see if the 1 minute's flagging or if it's gonna pull in a little bit.
Yeah, it's flagging.
If you're watching and you're short, you got to know where you're wrong. It's a definite uptrend. Not saying it's wrong to be short. We could have a pullback, but you got to know where you're wrong. Got to know where you're wrong. Probably even more so than you know where you're right. So we got 1 minute and 20 to go on this bar still. Sorry for the delay as you're watching, but I want to see where this one closes at. Well, let's do our half-hour check-in.
Oh, easy feel.
Peaceful, easy feeling. That's right. The Eagles' theme to song to be, or I want the Eagles song, peaceful, easy feeling to be like my theme song. Am I calm and easy right now? I am. Am I searching for a trade or letting one present itself? I'm going to let one present itself. Idea about getting involved? Probably an idea about getting along. Rated as an A. The question is where? Where could it pull back to? Can I identify a tight stop? Not at the moment. Am I feeling I have to do something or am I at peace waiting? I'm very much at peace waiting. Do I feel compulsion to place a trade? I do not. There we go. There's our check-in. Yeah, coming down a bit here.
Didn't take the flag. Touched the flag and it came down.
Yeah.
5-point retracement.
I would think bulls should be able to hold this above 18. What's that, Tommy?
Let's see if the 9 EVA holds on the 5-minute. Trying to pierce down the 9 EVA on the 5-minute. Some buyers at 24. So talking out loud, I can see resistance on 29 and supply and then demand at 24. If we break 24, the ascending trend line for the last sideways at 21. Break that, we go to overnight high at 16, and then the B one. I talked about earlier, we get that retracement to 10. So
Yeah.
this would be a nice short. Get it right. What do you think, Jim? You're the short master.
Yeah, not when we're at all-time highs though. So this morning my two shorts that I tried, we weren't at all-time highs. So, but I gotta see something that really gets me excited to want to take a short. We'd have to get below like 09, 5109.
Well, that's below the B one.
Yeah, I mean it'd have to get ugly. Or at least below 12.
That's 12 points from here.
Well, if anyone's watching the channel, sorry that it's probably boring in relation to a lot of other channels, but I think that's a lot of what trading is, right? If it's not boring, just constant adrenaline, you're probably doing something wrong. All right, Bull's gonna hold it at 24, Tommy, or are they gonna take it lower?
That's the line in the sun right now, 24.
Yeah, it seems to be.
Uh, it's not a strong demand though.
Well, that was let's see, 24 was the old all-time high,
Right,
wasn't it?
23.75. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I think it's going to go.
Yeah, I think if bulls are strong, they'll try to keep it above 18.
Like they signaling it short of the 5 minute, short already the 1 minute. Bookmark class short at 29, but we're down 5 points already.
What's that? Short of 29?
Bookmark.
Oh, book map. Yeah. Hey, I'll be right back. I'm gonna hit the bathroom. Okay, I'm back. Let's see. Yeah, I got another minute and 30 to go on this bar. So do they keep it above 18? That's kind of the level I got here, but
Well, if history repeats itself, we're going to be one.
all the way to 10, you think, huh?
First will be 16, which is overnight high, and then big one. Point is trying to hold it.
All right, so this bar has got another 20 seconds to go, and we're done on that one.
There's strong liquidity at 09. Yeah. Big one.
Yeah, that's where all the stops are, I bet.
Well, for the longs, that would be like cheap. 20 point stop. Okay, this is a good short. It's breaking the left side of the 1 minute. It looks very, there it goes. Yeah. Got a bear flag right there at the 1 minute. Mini bear flag. Just went.
My line in the sand is Yeah, my line in the sand for the longs is at 18. Oh, there you go. 18. Let's see if they hold it above that.
Twenty-four was a short entry. So he went to 24, he bounced back up, then came back, and broke that level at 24, the 1 minute. Plus a clear signal, went down, was 6 points to 18. And he's bouncing from your level 18.
Yeah, 18 was my level. Still got 3 minutes to go on this bar. Suppose, yeah, you could try a long here. I'm gonna try a long. I'll hold it against that 18 level. So here we are. Here we are right here. All right. So I'm in long at 21 quarter, holding it against 18. I'm in 3 micros, so nothing too crazy. Let me turn on that chart trader on this one. There we go. Got another 2 minutes to go. This is looking pretty good.
And be careful at 25. Supply there, which is 50% retracement of this.
Of that. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I might take one off the, yeah. So let's see.
I want to go T so I can hold on here longer.
Okay.
Be right back.
Sounds good. It's my first target gonna be 25 quarter. Got a tight stop on this guy. I do like this wick. So here, 25 quarters, the first target. Wonder if I should maybe make it 25, pull it down just a little bit. Got almost no risk on this trade now at the moment. Tommy called out 20. Oh, come on. Tommy called out 25. I had my target there at 25 quarter. Let's see if I can pull up the dome here. Oh, there it is right there. So he called out 25. There it is. Okay. So we got that on. Now we'll just let these run, see if we can push to new all-time highs. We got all the risk off the table now. All right, so we cashed out on that one. That one worked out well. So I'm out of a third of this thing at 25 quarter. Still holding. Got my stop at break even here. Probably a better structural level might be down here. And I might move my target up higher just only because, I mean, we are at all-time highs, right? So Tommy was talking about liquidity up at some higher level. 15-minute looks really nice here. Trying to make kind of a flag. So let's look at the 15-minute. So I'm gonna at least get rid of one of these. Increase price. So move one up higher. So we get some room to run. So yeah, at this point I was in 3. I got out of one at 25 quarter. Got the others at break even now, and we'll see if we can just continue to go to new all-time highs. Here's the 15-minute chart. 18 was the level that I called out. We tagged it. We came down to, I think, 17.75, and then I got involved here at looks like my break even now is at 20.75. So here's the 15-minute chart. A lot of my trading is based off the 5-minute bars, so it is hard to wait sometimes. Like to see a little follow through on this one here. So 24 was the level that people shorted from. And we'll see if they can continue to just take it back up. Let's look at NQ. Yeah, NQ looking decent here. Kind of maybe like a longer consolidation. Ideally, it gets up and maybe flagging here and takes out a new high. So the reason I was thinking 18 would be could hold that was that just looking at all this mess over here, right? We had this big wick. I tried to short against this wick and got out. So, oh, sorry. Let me mute myself on your end. So yeah, for me, 18 made sense because of everything that happened over here. There were guys selling it or holding against it. So once we came down and then quickly came right back above it, I got involved there. I took one off at 25.75 time or 25 quarter. So I've just got on a risk-free trade at this point. I'm out of a third of the position. So still holding, gonna see if we can. Yeah, stop at break even. Gonna manage that risk, right? Manage the risk. What's that?
29 is the next level. Next level of liquidity is 29 and then 30. And then, yeah, and then nothing all the way to 43.
On that one, I was quick like you, Tommy. I feel like so. Here's the 1 minute. Well, you'll see it on your screen in just a moment. I wanted to stick my neck out and have one working at 18, but there's a moment there where it looks pretty ugly. But as soon as I saw it go down here and then reclaim that whole bar in the 1 minute, I saw it coming up, and that's where I was tempted to. Well, that's where I pulled the trigger and got involved.
Yeah, that's nice. See if we can hit 30 liquidity.
So ideally, on these trend days, it's kind of nice when we get above and stay above that 9 EMA. and
Yeah.
this is the deviations of VWAP here. If you're looking at my screen, so I've got VWAP down here at 12, first deviation, second deviation, third deviation. So a lot of the morning we've stayed within the parameters of that bottom deviation. I'm sorry, within that first standard deviation. So like to see this thing get on up into here and then just continue to stay strong. So for me, Tommy, this is the question if I should cash out a little bit more at 29, but my greed is telling me, hey, dude, we're at all-time highs. Like, let this thing run. This bar is looking pretty strong here.
Yeah, it's gonna hit 29, and then yeah, remember it's levels. We don't know where the sellers are gonna step in,
I know it.
but with the possibility of you scaling out, yeah, it's nice. You scale out a little bit here, you scale out a little bit there, then you give a runner. Because the number one rule is risk.
Risk,
Period.
isn't it?
Period.
Consistency and risk. That is numero
Number
uno.
one rule is risk. So
Yeah.
whatever your goals are, whatever your greed is telling you, it's gonna be nice and dandy, but risk is what you need to manage.
Yeah.
Now they're in the money. They got nothing to lose, but they still need to manage your risk.
So a lot of times I've been trying more and more to think if I weren't in a position, would I be looking to initiate a position going the opposite way? So if I wasn't long, would I be trying to do a short right here? And the answer is probably no, I would not. And yeah, I could be hanging my hat against, like you said, 29. Um, but I certainly wouldn't be initiating a short there. I don't think, you know?
Yeah, you need to wait for a signal. At least the cross of the Eval and 1 minute something that shows you that it's getting weaker to go short. And levels, like you
Yeah.
have the 1 minute, it crossed down on the pivot, it crossed down the EMA. Yeah, it went down almost 10 points. The pullback. So 30 is the line in the sand. Wow.
Yeah.
So you
Let's look
could
at
break that
There's
and go
NASDAQ.
something. So my buddy blew 3 more accounts today.
He blew 3 accounts today?
3 accounts today. Well, he gets too. He's still learning. He's in the emotion. He goes in with 4 contracts on a $25,000 account.
Oh my goodness.
Right. So 200, right? So he was at $385 in the morning. 385 $3 accounts. Gee, man, good. I'm only at barely 200. Because I go with 1 contract. Next trade, I blew all my accounts.
Oh, oh no, man.
It's like, okay. I said, Dad, how many times have I told you about it? It's like, it goes both ways. It goes both ways. You're going to get rewarded if you get lucky. But you don't want it to be lucky. You want to be consistent.
Yeah, that's true, man.
This is not consistent trading. This is just being lucky, going for like whatever. So he went ahead and bought 2 more accounts right away. And he's up $635 on those brand new 2 accounts.
Uh-huh.
That's the thing. Now I'm done. And 20 of his accounts are renewing on Monday. He blew also last week.
Hmm.
And he wrote to me, said, I'm going back to the basics you taught me when these renewals hit on Monday. And I said, okay, let's see if that holds. Going back to the basics. Stick to the rules.
Gotta
You
stick
only
to the
say you
rules.
only need a couple $100 a day on 20 accounts. Why do you want? Oh, I can get 600, 800. Think about it. I can make, yeah, you can, you could
Yeah, that's the lure, isn't it?
do the rule. Trust me, we
That's the
all know
lure.
this.
We know it.
Could
Yeah.
make millions, but you gotta manage risk. Those 4 contracts on $25,000 account is like, it's a recipe for disaster. It just so quick,
Yeah.
it's gonna go against you.
Oh, I know. It's just too much. Here's your 29.
It's probably gonna go to 30.
Man, good job calling that level. 29.
I'm just reading what I see, man.
Yeah.
And
Now,
these things work.
now what did you
It's a
see that
recipe.
just because it was the previous top, that 29?
No, it's all that liquidity on bookmap.
Oh, gotcha.
Bookmap shows you those liquidity levels, right there. Then I compare with with my support and demand areas on TradingView. So TradingView has a long red line at 30, and at 30 on bookmap we have liquidity as well,
Sure.
orange and red. So that's the line in the sand, 30. And at 29, there are 250 contracts there. All the other ones are 100, 90, 100. So those levels show you the liquidity. That's why I call those, prices where you're going to try to take that money out.
Yeah.
Oh, we got no one printed a lot of 2850. We got 800 contracts at 2850.
Okay. Looking at NQ, it's putting in new highs also.
Yeah. They just added a ton of contracts, sellers at 2850. Maybe Tony is in there.
Yeah. Tony's good at some levels, man. So this was wanted to see. We got 20 seconds to go, 15 seconds to go on this 5-minute bar. Was wanted to see this guy green, not a little doji. So
Going.
yeah. So it'd be nice to see it go strong and see if we can just keep pushing up.
Try, test it.
I'll move it to right there. Let's see. See what NQ's doing. All right. So again, I'm tempted to take another one off the table here, but I gotta ask myself if I'd be initiating a short here, and the answer is no. So I'm gonna try to let it run. We've already booked some profit on this one and scaled out of a third of it. Break evens down here, so it's in the money.
It's a beautiful trade.
It's a good trade, yeah, especially
Perfect entry. Look at the 1 minute, man. It's beautiful.
especially at the end of the day when this thing is 20 points higher than right here. It's really the perfect trade. It's just the hard part of sitting through it right now. That's the tricky part. That's the tricky part. Well, let's do a check-in because we are at the top of the hour. It's 11. We're gonna just let that be. Am I feeling pretty calm and easy? I am. Am I searching for a trade versus letting one present itself? I'm letting it present itself and do its thing. Do I have an idea about getting involved? I do. I did, but I still have an idea, right? Like the temptation is get out of this thing, take profit. But I want to be prudent and try to let this thing go because we're coming up to new highs a day. Want to see some follow through on this bar for sure. Let me pull up my sheet again here.
There you go.
Can I identify a stop at a tight area? Yeah, I sure can. 25 quarter is my first spot. Am I feeling I have to do something or am I at peace waiting? I'm kind of tempted to take some off the table, but I want to be at peace waiting, seeing if it can show me some further strength. Do I feel compulsion to? Not right now. Oh, my stream might have just went out, Tommy. So you might be, I know it's delayed.
I can still see it. I can still
Oh,
see the
okay. I
trade.
got a notice it said the connection was lost or something like
No,
that.
it's there. Can you see that red line on your trading view?
Let me pull it up.
It's kind of a double top now.
Is that the fluid trades?
Yeah.
Let's see, a gray line. Yeah. Yeah. All
No,
right. So
you don't have you have to edit the colors. Yeah. Settings. But
all right. So we're
that gave
certainly
me,
we're definitely pulling back here now.
right, that gave me like a, let me show you what I'm seeing here.
The trades.
It looks like an area of resistance right there on the 1 minute.
See. Yeah.
You see?
Yeah. Yeah.
Also the 5 minute. So that's the line in the sun. Excuse me. Like I've been saying for a while now. So for the last hour, pick it up.
Yep. Yeah. Let's look at 1 minute here, see what it does. So the $1 million question is this consolidation or is it the bears stepping in, doing a little something? Got my stop here at 25 quarter. That was my first profit target. Got out of that one. And then I got one I'm holding a little bit lower just in case it pulls back, but I may cut it if we get too much lower than that 25 quarter. But at any rate, it's money's been made. At this point, it's a risk-free trade. This, even if I get stopped out here on these runners, it'll be profitable. So let's see. Feels like it's coming for me.
Yeah.
Pretty close there. I wonder if 24 is the level, or even that 2350. That's kind of where they sold them that first time, isn't it? All right, so out of one, and we'll see if they want to come all the way down here. If they do, gets me out of that one. So wasn't a bad trade. Was a little tempted to take one off at 29 there, Tommy. Good call on that 29 level, man. But same thing. I got to follow my rules. I wouldn't have been initiating a short there. So I thought, we're at new all-time highs again, and this thing could really run. So Maybe just so now that we're pulling back on the 5 minute, I feel solid about this spot for this last piece to see if we can hold it. But we still got 3 minutes to go on this 5 minute bar, so could be that some stops just got run, like mine. Because this was the 5 minute bar where Bulls were looking for continuation. Didn't get it here. Didn't get it here. So maybe they kind of got out the weak hands and push up now.
Okay, now going back to the retracements, we'll retrace now 50% of the bounce,
Of the bounce. Okay.
of the last bounce.
Yeah.
So let's see if it holds.
Yeah, I wonder. I do wonder, even though we're at super all-time highs, like I was saying earlier, the moment that gold starts to break out, I wonder if the if party for the S&P is just going to be done, or at least stall out a little bit.
Well, closing my chart trader is 12, right? Eastern. Okay, so as part of my rules. No more trade for me, and it's Friday.
Yeah.
Follow my rules.
It's good to follow your rules. Good to know what your rules are.
I stick to my rules. I know
Yeah.
I can make much more, but I can also give it back. So I don't want to get money on a Friday. No, thank you.
Yeah, for sure.
Right? So
Who's watching out there? I see we got, like 5,000 viewers. Name yourselves.
5,000 viewers.
5,000. Yeah. Call me PW.
And 500 likes.
500 likes. It's all good, man. We're going to have a small community of people who focus on the mental game. All right. So let's see if that's the pullback.
Well, it shows you have 6 people watching. Who are the 6?
I don't know. Yeah, I wonder who's watching. Who's watching? Tell us a little bit about yourselves. You've been trading for a while. What do you do? What do you like? What are you strong at with trading? Oh, hey, what's up, Tony? Been hopping in and out. Okay, here's the line in the sand, it seems.
Ask Ben, what did he do to be red today?
I'm red today. How are you doing? Not doing too bad. This trade helped out a little bit. I had a break-even trade, Ben. Then I took a loss. Small was in 3 micros. I'm in small again. Cashed out a little bit more. I was trying to hold this for a runner to see, being that we are at all-time highs, if we could continue running and push through. So I just want to manage the risk on this one. And it's not looking too good here at the moment. Let's see. I wonder if we go 23. That was the original spot. But I don't like this. Ben, where were your trades? Were they a while ago? Were they recently? Were they long? Were they short? Thanks, Tommy, for checking in. Yeah, that's funny. Checking in. All right, do we get long from here?
The 50% retracement, remember, it always works. It's like I'm into patterns. trade 50%, boom, 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 levels, levels.
Oh, nice, Tony. That's cool. You had a trade on oil. Let's see if we can continue. Let's see what NQ. So there's part of me that's tempted to just add here and keep the stop tight at 23.75, but gotta manage the risk. Gotta know thyself.
You gotta control that greed.
Got it? Yeah, man. I do. Control the greed. That is the truth.
My buddy learning he has uncontrollable greed. He always shoots for the moon. I'm telling him, 25K account is too small for the way you trade. You can keep growing those accounts. Just get a 50 or a 150. You can trade 4 contracts easily.
Oh, for sure.
150.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? And on a 50,
He's
200,
trading way too big. Way too big.
He likes the instant rewards. He likes to see those numbers. But he was up 385 in the morning. He was higher than me because he goes big. 4 contracts, I go one. And he kept going. Like,
Yeah.
gave it all back to the account.
Easy to do.
Okay, now he rejected.
Okay, I'm out there on that final piece. So we'll see what it does here. Mountain Man says, I suck. I was short before the something. Sorry, I got this stupid heart here. I can't get out of the way. Short before the last run up. Oh, lost 1K in all evals. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, dude.
Stop. To lose 1K, why not give up?
I don't know.
Don't stop.
Turn the chart trader off there, just so I don't get an itchy finger. Itchy trigger.
That's why I turned that off. Yeah? Nothing will happen. Still feels sad looking at that red number on the dealer account, but overall I'm good. It's a good day.
That's good. Could have a good day.
Yeah. Would if I had paid more? Yes. But would have I been on a peaceful, easy feeling? No.
Ah, yeah, that's the question.
See what I mean?
Gotta use the Eagles. Oh man, let's see if it's gonna run here.
It's chopping up everybody. That's what it's doing.
Yeah.
See what I mean? Everybody's getting stopped out both ways.
I wonder.
There's an entry.
Yeah, this could be the one that gets it going. This bar's got a while yet, especially if it gets above that. You could have 23.
It's engulfing. Still it's not on the 3 and the 5 minute. It's a double bottom on the 1 minute. I right at the 50% retracement I told you about.
Yeah, you could get long here, or you'd be wrong below 23. or 23 quarter, that is. Yeah, 1 minute's looking pretty good.
No flag printing on the 1 minute.
There it goes. There it goes. So yeah, if you want to be long here, you'd hold it against that 23. Had my trailing stop at 23.75. It's a little frustrating.
Well, you know how it is. The market, it comes, takes your stop. That's what the market does. Takes stops and then it goes.
This is a pretty nice decisive 5 minute bar here.
Right.
Yeah, 1 minute looking really good as well. Oh yeah. Well, that's what I was looking for. I want a bigger, more decisive bar.
You think it would have been safe with the stop at 23.
Well, I had my stops initially back there at break even. Um,
Well, yeah, but you better get paid.
yeah, yeah.
Get paid. You know, you gotta take the money. If the market gives you the money, you gotta take it. Because it's gonna take it away if you don't take it. We know that. The market likes to tease you. Here, look, here's the money. Now it's gone.
There it goes.
Oh, there he goes, man.
Up at that 29 level again.
You know, my first entry was at 105.
You're long, yeah. Yeah. There you go. Here's Russell. Or not Russell. There's NQ putting in those all-time highs. ES putting in the all-time highs. Mountain Man, where was hopefully we can help you out here. Where was your short? Was it a few shorts or just one? Did you add to it? Where were you getting involved? And hey, you're in good company because at times we all suck. We just gotta suck not too bad. Right?
That's what I tell everybody that is going to start on Eval trading. I tell them, listen, you're going to blow accounts. It's part of the process. That's your tuition. Don't feel bad.
It's true. Two, I think at least for my style of trade, for most people, it helps to trade really small.
Oh,
Really, really
that's another
small.
reason everybody
In a
wants
hurry.
to know
Everybody's in a hurry. Yeah,
Especially when they tasted it, his first trade he made 10K. He started in November.
sure.
You know what I mean? So he tasted, he knows he's there. So he's shooting for the moon. And he has the problem.
So one thing I learned watching my buddy, the professional trader, trade was, boy, just how patient this guy was. He'd be fine, just sitting for a long, long time waiting for a good setup, or even not taking anything. And even this morning, me trading small, justifying it, probably would have been better to just wait. That's why, for me, that's why I've been not starting until a little bit after the open. But even then, a lot of my better setups it takes a little while. It's usually not right at the open that I'm doing something, or at least it shouldn't be.
You know, based on experience that everything that happened to us, we know, like when you're ready, right? They all you want to do is go back to break even. That's all you want to do. You just want to get back to even
Yeah,
and be happy with it. So you think about it. If you don't take a trade, you're a break even. You're flat. It's better to stay flat than to make a mistake and force a trade that's not going to work.
that is a that is a great way to look at it, man. Yeah, so if you guys can hear, Tommy was saying, how many times do you trade where you're trading kind of undisciplined, and the thought is, oh man, if I could just get back to break even. And he said, if you're not seeing something, a lot of times it's best to just to not trade because you're right. Like there's that mindset when you're down, like, oh, I got to get back to break even, got to get back to break even. Well, if you wouldn't have done anything in the first place, you'd already be ahead of the game, so to speak. Yeah, that's a good way to put it, man. That's a real good way to say it. All right, here we are. Did we? Yeah, we just took out new highs.
No high. Yeah.
New highs. Yep. So the question is, like I said earlier, if so I was short earlier. I had a temptation to take off a little bit at 30, but I wouldn't be initiating a trade there, trying to get short. And if you're watching and you'd be initiating, yeah, weird. My OBS, the streaming thing has been a little bit in and out today for some reason. Well, I'll probably do another check in here pretty soon, and then I might call it for now. So we got 3.5 minutes to go still on this bar. So this is something that used to trip me up a lot, where I'd be looking at a bar and I'd look at it way too far before the bar was done. So I'd be looking at this and thinking, ooh, this could be a doji. This could be it. And it very well, this could be a doji, or it could be a reversal. Could be the start of a reversal. Um, but I wouldn't be watching how much time is left on the 5 minute bar. We still got another 3 minutes to go on this thing. So yeah, it could stop, or we could end up on this bar. We could be, even another 5, 6 points higher. It could look very different 3 minutes from now than it does right now. So whatever, maybe you're not a time frame guy. Maybe you're like a tick chart or volume chart or whatever, but if you're watching charts based on time, like I do, be mindful of how much more time is left for that thing until it closes. Mindfulness, mindfulness. Oh, let's see if gold is just running. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. Look at that move. That is beautiful. Beautiful move in gold. Beautiful move in the minors. It's, man, I've talked about it for a while. The gold, it's so interesting how the gold miners were at not all-time lows, but they were really beaten down just because the cost of production and inflation, all that stuff has just killed them. Meanwhile, you got gold getting ready to take out all-time highs, and who knows how I mean, in the macro, like how long gold will run. Just figuring like inflation, everything is double what it was 3, 4 years ago. So why wouldn't gold be? It's probably going to lag, but at some point you'd figure that the value of it's just going to be sky high. So that was the impetus for getting involved pretty heavily on the miners. Sorry, Tommy, I digress. I'm just looking at gold and I'm kind of excited because I've been waiting for this trade, kind of sniffing it out for a while.
All did the same move, but now it's back 50% retracement already.
Oil. Tony said he had a good one in oil.
79.
Ooh.
You see, you went long at 79.67 to 80. That's
What was your trade in oil, Tony?
per tick.
Where'd you get involved? Were you with that trend, or do you have a few trades in oil?
79. How many CL contracts can we trade with?
I have no idea.
I used to trade CL, but with my own account. Because each contract is $10 each tick.
Yeah. Ooh, that's a good one, Tony. I just saw your thing 79 at what? 79.40. That's a good. That's a good one. Full contract is 10. Gotcha. Yeah, yeah.
79.40.
Oh yeah, because there is mini oil. You trading the mini? Mini is like half the size, isn't it, Tony? Oh shoot! I'll be right back. I got my dogs are outside. It's a little chilly. I'll be right back. Hang tight. Don't do anything stupid. Oh, they got a micro. Oh yeah, they do have a micro for oil. They used to not. That's why I ask. It used to be. They used to have a smaller contract for oil, like before the micros came out. Or no, it was after the micros came out for ES. Oil had a contract where it was half the size. But yeah, you're right. I got the minis or the micros pulled up on my phone.
How many contracts can we trade? That's the question.
Oh, I don't know.
How many full contracts and how many minis OCL? Because this new Apex website, I hate it, man. I can't find anything.
Oh yeah, I didn't
I
like
was
how
used
they.
to the older one.
Yeah, I didn't like how they rearranged it either.
You can click on every single one to find something. Where's the SAQ? GL contracts.
So it is putting in all-time highs. It's just it's a bumpy ride getting there,
It is.
isn't it? It's a bit of a
You know,
bumpy ride.
the best trades are the most difficult.
I don't know. I disagree with that. I think the best trades are the easiest ones. And I've read or I had a buddy. He's a professional trader. He's like, he seemed to think the best trades are the most difficult. But for me, I think the best trades are the easiest. Tell me your thoughts on that. Why are the best trades the most difficult?
Those are the ones that everybody. Remember, the market, the purpose of the market is to trap everybody, both shorts and long. So it doesn't make it easy for you. That's why, it's, you get a signal, you say, okay, I'm going long, and then it drops you, boom, retraces, and it stops you out. And then it goes. So it, it's hard. You gotta have a very wide stop if you are convinced that the trade is going on your side. Uh, but yeah, I mean, if you look at the bigger picture of the 9 EMA and you stay within the 9 EMA, it's an easy trade. No.
Yeah.
But you're going to have those 10-point retracement.
Well, I'm not saying that trading is easy. I think for myself though, I think a good trade for me is easier though than a trade that where I'm just searching for stuff. I think you can make an argument both ways.
Well, yeah, obviously, when you see a signal, I know. We keep reading the signals and we nail those signals. We know exactly what's going to happen. It's just that uncertainty, that is okay. Should I put the trigger or not?
Sure. Yeah, like this morning for me, the very difficult trade would have been to get long. So looking at my screen, to get long around '04. Sure, like you're a hero. The market has just continued going up. We are in a big uptrend, so common sense, like conventional wisdom would say, buy it and hold it. Um, but yeah, so that would have been really hard for me, especially seeing the big wick on that 5 minute bar that we saw. I was like, ooh, news came out and then it pulled way back. I was kind of licking my chops for that short there. But alas, it didn't work out. So let's look at our 1 minute now. That's the thing we talked about that earlier where the 1 minute, let me see. Let me pull up the 1 minute on the screen. So this is our deviation of volume weighted average price. Here's volume weighted average price, the green line here. These are just moving averages. But this shaded area, so what it's done today, it's just done it's got up in this area and it's been between the second and the first standard deviation. So this was our first entry long at that 21, well 21 even it was either 21 quarter or 21 even, first entry, got out of some more, then ran that stop for the runner, and then it's gone now. But even that stop, we stayed within, so potentially should have kind of kept it at my break even, which is what the plan was originally, but it's okay. It's okay. Oh, let's do a check-in. Well, Tommy, I appreciate you watching with me, man, being that you've been done since before the open. Granted, if I wasn't paying Tommy so much, he wouldn't be involved. But I pay him an awful lot, so he's got no choice but to just hang out and watch the market with me. So we're checking in. Do I have a calm and easy feeling? I do. Am I searching for a trade versus letting one present itself? I'm just letting them present themselves today. Do I have an idea about getting involved in a rating? Yeah, idea earlier was long. We did that. We got along. We made a little bit on that. But as far as a clear entry right here, I don't see anything. Can I identify a tight stop? Not right here, not at this level. Am I feeling I have to do something, or am I at peace waiting? I'm very much at peace waiting. Do I feel compulsion to place a trade? I do not. I think too with trading, it's important. Tommy, you seem to be pretty consistent regarding the amount you want to make, the amount you do every day. But for me, I feel more comfortable. Like some days, I just have a lot more opportunity and I can make a lot more. Other days, not so much. So I trade smaller. So it's it just depends on the day. It depends on, I guess, the opportunity that's presenting itself.
Well, the best trade would be, if I hit my target and then raise my stop to cover the target, my daily goal, and it doesn't get hit, then yeah, let it go. and then those are the days that I get more.
Yeah.
But as soon as I hit the target, because I'm a man of goals. My whole life, I do these goals. I want to do this. I want to do this. It started when I started with my apartment buildings. I started with one, ended with 110 apartments. Like, I want to do this. I want to have these goals to reach, and to get to those goals. So to me, I said I want to make $1 million trading. What do I have to do? And what we need to do is just have 20 accounts, and that's the beauty of Apex. And all I need is $200 per day per account. It's so easy if you think about it. So easy just to make $200. Look at the opportunity we got today.
Lots,
$200 how many times?
lots of
So
opportunity.
once I see that number on the screen, it's flashing at me and say, Tom, that's your day. You don't need to touch this anymore. Because I have done it in so many opportunities. $200 per account, and then I end up giving it all back and more.
Oh yeah.
That would just be a day like we had on Wednesday, so frustrated. What happened? What the heck? You were green, and then no. So yes, because of that, only because of that is that I just stop and turn the chart trader off.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Because it's an easy target. Easy target. But trades like the last one you took, when your stop is a break even, yes, it's just beautiful. It's like it's a free trade.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's what I do right away. The trade goes on, I just move it to break even, and then the trading goes back, and yeah. But unfortunately, the market stops you out. It searches for those stops.
It does. Yeah. Yeah. You do get stopped out. That's part
And
of
it
it.
goes to the tick. It's like amazing.
Yeah. What's the saying that when you need a fill to get in, it'll miss you by a tick, but
Oh
then when
yeah.
you got the stop, it'll get you by a tick.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's see.
Leaving orders for stock for yeah. Stocks is good on your account, whatever, but for futures, you can do. I do market. That's it. Get me feel.
Let's look at the. Oh yeah. I need to commit to doing this. So I'm doing good with the check-in. Again, anyone watching, forgive me. We're a work in progress. I've got my 10 PA accounts with Apex, and the goal is to get my 10 other evals funded here. So this is something that I've been doing the check-in, which is this one here. Every half hour, we've been checking in, seeing our state. But I want to do better at this here. Need to do better. So, Tom, you can hold me accountable for this accuracy report. Even if it's a short term trade, even if it's a quick trade, like the first trade I took this morning, that was a great trade. I just took a little profit and then adjusted because I had a strong conviction and shouldn't have. But that'd be good to give myself a grade on that one. The second trade, where I was trying to average in, that was no good. But then this third trade, that was a good one. Everything was followed well. But if you're watching this little deal. I'll put you on mute right here, Tommy, because you're probably getting double. Um, if you're watching, this is really helpful to me. I just need to do it every single time that I trade. So as I was getting long, thinking 18 could be a level, and got long around like uh, 21 or 20 quarter, whatever it was. Be good to go back and fill this out regarding how did I do. So regarding that trade, we're talking about 18. How close did I enter versus that level? That was a 1. That was a very good, well managed. Oops, sorry. What is going on here? Oh, I know. I've got my sizing too big. Pardon me, 1 second. Let me shrink this down a little bit. Go a little bit smaller here. There we go. Okay. And again, I want to have the time. So it's too often that I have the erroneous belief that I've got to be quick. I've got to just jump right on this thing. Whereas for me, my better trades come when I give the market just a while to set up to kind of show me its personality. So the main idea for the day, once I saw that we weren't going to be selling off, we are putting in new all-time highs, was find a spot to get long. So it would have been good to type that out and then it just look. And there are times when you want to get long, but you just can't find a good entry. Today I was able to find a decent entry. So how close did I do versus that entry? I grade myself on anywhere between a 0 and a 1. Let's shrink it down again a little bit. Oh, this is all out of whack. Forgive me for the... Okay. This is a 1. Was my sizing appropriate? It was. Probably should have been a little bit bigger, but it wasn't bad. Stop placement, was there a stop placed? Yeah, it was at 18, very structural level. Right down here based on this wick. So that's going to be a 1. Profit target, stop hit. First profit target was hit. Other two, the trailing stops were hit. I give myself a 0.5 on that one. So initially I wanted to keep the stop a little bit lower at my entry, but I ended up moving it up. Was I following the process well? Yeah, I was. I was, kind of loose, knew where stuff was at, wasn't rigid with it. So on that, I'd give myself a 4.5 of 5. Profit target accuracy report. Did I know my targets? First one I did, but it was a little tight, so I'm gonna go 0.5 with that one. Did I allow price to hit my targets? I did. Did I adjust targets if market warranted? I did. Was emotional capital reserved? It was. I wasn't freaking out. I placed the trade, accepted the risk, let it do its thing. Did I function from the soft zone? Soft zone is just more talking about, was I rigid or was I easy and kind of going with the flow? On this, I'm going to go 0.5 because my original plan was to keep the last six or 2/3 of it at break even. So it got me out a little bit early there. So on this one, we're going to do a 4 of 5. Like to have this a little bit better here, but I'm human. All right, let's go to the check-in. Oh no, we did the check-in already. All right, Tommy, I'm back. And here we are.
But I had the stream muted because yours is before the stream.
Yeah, yeah. Getting it in real time.
Exactly.
Real time.
Yeah, so definitely keep the stream muted.
Alrighty, well, I'm probably gonna do lunch, and I think that'll probably be it for today.
You back to green?
Yeah, but again, not by much. It's like you say, right? And there wasn't like a battle. There's some days where like you're fighting, you're clawing, you're hoping, you're praying. Uh, oh, you gotta do anything to get back to green. That wasn't today. So back to green, not by much, but uh,
Green is green.
green is green, and patience pays. Patience is patience.
Yeah. Nothing worse than bitter revenge trade with loaded with contracts, hoping to just get back to green to break even.
Oh, that's no good. Speaking of, yeah, I'm gonna read through. Let's go through. Let's just air all my dirty laundry today. We're gonna go. But hey, man, that's what we have to do, right? We gotta know. You gotta be aware of where you're at on the day.
Your weaknesses.
Yeah, you gotta be aware. So I've got levels of greed. We're gonna pull this one up on the screen and read it.
Green.
All right, let's pull this up. I'm gonna make this a little bit bigger. Sorry, I know that there's other guys who have like just the nicest looking, streams and all that and everything's, but that ain't me. We're going more for uh function over form here. So Jared Tendler in his book, what's the name of that book? Uh, anyways, might be like the Disciplined Trader, something like that. He talks about mapping out your levels of greed, and this can be when you're up or when you're down. So yesterday I had a monster trade for me. I was short. I was reading it well. My sizing might have been a little bit heavy, and then Tommy was here with me. He saw me taking some off the table as it was going in my favor, but holding a little bit too much because I got greedy. I was really thought, ooh, this thing could really dump out. It could get ugly. I'm gonna just hold it. When I should have scaled out a little bit more as it was going in my favor, and it went in my favor quickly. And you do get that sense of euphoria almost when the money comes quickly and it's easy and you read everything right and it's working out. You think, oh, I just want to keep doing this. I just want to keep getting involved. But it's good to know your level. So I want to do a better job of talking that through too when I'm in a trade talking about levels. Anyways, levels of my greed. He said to kind of map it out in the book from 1 through 10. Now you don't have to do every number. So I did kind of like a progression, like where am I at? So here they are. The levels of my greed, there's like a minimal uneasiness. I'm still mostly concerned with the process versus the outcome. I'm still mindful and thinking of my trading plan. I'm visualizing and thinking about the time frame. I'm thinking about where I'm right, where I'm wrong, how long I got to give this thing to play out. At a number 3 level, I'm trading small, but not placing limit orders. Instead, I'm just doing market orders because I don't want the market to get away from me. Not that I'm saying that market orders are bad, they're not. For me, they're not bad at all when I see something worth doing. But when I don't see and I'm just looking for something, when I'm like grasping at every little movement of the market and I'm placing market orders, that is not good. I'm taking profit much too early compared to what I was planning just before entering the trade. Number five, it's make or break, right? Like this is the point of no return. Either I recognize where I'm at, I become a lot more self-aware, or I don't, and it can get really ugly. It's kind of fun to read where it gets ugly. So at level 5, I'm wanting to prove to myself that I can get a good trade out of the market. I'm getting into trades in order to actively make money, even if there is not a good setup. FOMO is definitely creeping in, right? So I've got like the angels on this shoulder, like, don't do it, Jeff, don't do it. The devil's on this one, like, load up, dude, fill this boat, make or break right now. So FOMO is creeping in. I'm entering with no real time frame in mind. And then moments later, I'm getting out because I really have no clear conviction about the trade. I'm less analytical and much more reactive. When I'm doing this, I'm very close to going to level 8. I want to make the absolute best return right now. And we've all been there, right? Where like you're in a good trade, but for whatever reason you're fearful or you're nervous and you just get tired of functioning that way. So at some point, I think it's kind of like a self-sabotaging point. You can say, you know what? I just want to get involved and I'm not even going to care about what happens. And then at some point you find yourself caring because you realize that was a stupid move. Number 10, here it is right here. This may be my last trade. I can always reset my account. I'm entering trades only based on the dome. I'm not relaxed. Now for me, the dome is not helpful. I will put up occasionally. I'll usually put up only if I'm in a trade just to kind of quickly adjust a price level or enter, but I never watch it. That's me. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying you got to know yourself. I am not relaxed. I am not managing my risk. I am very fearful and full of regret, thinking, why didn't I just respect my stop loss at a certain level? It could have been so simple. I've given up all control. There is no longer term thinking. I'm completely disassociated as the only thing that exists is this trade right now. So I don't know how the heck you spell that one. Who not? So there it is. That's my levels of greed. The technical levels I've mapped out as well, but it's all helpful to be someone who is mindful, who knows yourself. All right, there it is, man. Pushing on up.
Do you mind sending me that screen?
Yeah, what's your um yeah, sure. I'll take a picture of it. You want me to send you the file to your email?
Okay.
Yeah, send me I think I got it. Send it to me on WhatsApp, your email address. And I'll just share the document with you. And anyone who, if you're watching, I've got a bunch of these a bunch of documents here that I pulled up that I've made. Here they are. So the things that I talk about, like here's a lot of my stuff. If anyone's watching and you want any of these tools, I'll just share it with you. I won't make you an editor, but okay, great, I got it, Tommy. Thanks. But I'll share it with you. So for example, we got um, mapping my greed. What else we got here? Oh, scorecard template that we just looked through. That one. We've got the check-in, checking in, and you can get this and copy it, customize it. I've got my why. Why am I doing this? So here's my why. So yeah, just let me know and I'd be happy to share it with anyone who's watching. I'll get that over to you, Tommy.
Every tick is $10 from here. So every tick is $10. Uh, every tick is every cent. It's every cent.
Okay.
Right. Every cent is $10. So $20 is $200. This pays quick.
Hey Tommy, can I send it to your other one? For some reason I can't do the one you sent me, but I can do the Hind Capital one. Can I send it to that
Yes.
one? Yeah?
Yes.
It'll probably translate easier because it's a Gmail account.
Right. That's good.
All right, cool. I'll make you a commenter on it. That way, if you see it, you want to add anything, you can. But
Okay. Thanks.
yeah, no problem. So I texted Micah. I got a hold of him on WhatsApp the other day, and I said, "Hey, man, I'd love to if you're able to get you on WhatsApp again and kind of watch the market." And he said, "Yeah, I might be down for that." He said he's trading pretty well, getting his stuff together, and I think a lot of trading, it's a lot of life. You just go through iterations, and I think once you can get a feel for what really works for you, and what you like, I feel like it is more helpful to talk with other people. Um,
But he still works every day, right?
yeah, he is a fireman, so there's sometimes he is very available and other times he's not. Sometimes a lot of times he's at the station, kind of hanging out. So it's
Right.
intermittent, but yeah, he might at some point join us on here, which he reads the market well. I appreciate his insight, and you do too. I appreciate your insight.
Thank you.
Hey, thanks, Abundance Protocol. Yeah, man, that's really the goal with this channel. Is like I wanted because there's a lot of great traders, not of which are on live stream. There are some great ones on live stream. Don't get me wrong, but personally, the best one I found, um, it's called Deja Brew. I'll put it right here. I'll type it out. It's Deja and then Brew. He's great. Like very kind of like no frills, knows what he's doing. Just acts a lot more like a professional trader. I'm not saying that you can you can be whatever you want to be as a trader, but his style just seems to fit mine a lot better. And seems like he's someone who's put in the hard work, put in the effort, kind of paid his dues, knows who he's looking at. So he's got some good stuff there. But there's so many other channels that they just no, I haven't watched much of his stuff, but just after seeing people live streaming, I thought I want to have a channel that focuses on because that's all you hear, right? Like once you get into trading, eventually at some point you hear or you realize, oh crap, this is all psychological. This is like I'm just like trading rectangles here, right? Like I'm trading rectangles that are red and green. Nothing too hard about that. At least it seems. Then you get into it and you realize, oh man, everything in this game is mental. So there's people who do, mental stuff, who talk about it online, but I haven't really seen people doing like live stuff where they're talking about mental conditioning, being mindful, the psychological aspects. So I feel like it'd be helpful to watch the market in real time. Because, right, it's one thing on a Sunday afternoon, on a bright sunny day, you're kind of relaxing, you think, I'm so mindful today. I'm going to be so zen like when I trade on Monday. And then Monday comes and, that's all gone out the window. So, how can we best watch market activity live, but then, sorry, I'm holding the phone closer. The mic's up here. How can we best do that and stay mindful in the heat of the battle, in the moment? That's what we're trying to do. Oh, I do not talk this much. Just ask my wife. Deja vu. Yeah, maybe I can find. He's cool. I like him. Now he doesn't show. I really wish that because he's a good trader. I really wish Deja Brew would show his trades in real time. But hey, that's his channel. That's how he does it. So, and he's done it a long time. So good for him. Right? Not gonna get on here and. But if I had a wish, if there was a genie that I could get a hold of, I'd rub that genie lamp and I'd say, Genie, I want to see Deja Brew's trading in real time. It's not that I don't believe the guy. I totally believe him. Um, just because I've noticed there have been a few times where he's done a trade and it's been the exact trade I've taken, or very close to it. Or I've wanted to take a trade and I hadn't, and come to find out later he might review it every now and then and say, oh, that was exactly what I was thinking. Kind of like great minds think alike, maybe, or at least his mind is great. I don't know about mine. All right, let me pull up. And it's cool too on his channel. Like he's got a goal of having 200 people that are funded with Apex. So far he says he's got 127 out of 200 people funded with Apex. And it is quite. I like his channel because he's never gonna. Maybe it is for the better that he's not telling you what he's doing, because I think he's wanting to, have people like figure out what's their style, how are they gonna trade, what are they gonna do. Um, but you'll definitely learn some good stuff there. So there it is. There it is. There. And yeah, this is something I've kind of kicked around for a while, doing it live, and I even that I don't want it to be stressful. And there's times when you can be fearful, like, oh gosh, I'm trading and other people are watching me do this. But it helps you it helps you get control of yourself a little bit better. Hey, what's up, Abundance Protocol? I'm not well. I have a Discord thing, but I never use it. I've thought at some point maybe like having a Discord channel, but at this point, it would just be like more than I want to mess with or get involved with. But I am on there. You can, if you email me, just so my email address is nofomotrader@gmail.com. Here, I'll just put it here. If you email me, just send me your contact info. Yeah, I'd be happy to talk with you, man. No.
The Deja Vu guy, he trades market profile and footprint.
Yeah, and he's only
So yeah,
he's only ES. There's
yeah.
a lot of guys
I
trade
know, I
NQ.
know the guy for ever back in the day. There's another one also when I used to trade stocks. Rate stock picks. He's a great guy, great trader.
And he's stocks primarily.
Yeah, stocks, only
Okay,
stocks.
yeah.
It's great stock picks with an X.
Okay.
Yeah, but that he doesn't have a channel on YouTube. Yeah, he has some. You can find, yeah, he has on YouTube too. But I remember, I'm a lifetime member. I signed up with him back in 2008.
Okay.
He has a membership. But yeah, you can see his streams on YouTube. Uh, and he's a pretty cool guy, calm voice. It's good. Those
Yeah.
two guys, Oasis Trading, which is Deja Vu, and Grace Topic, they're really cool guys.
Yeah. Yeah, Oasis, yeah, he seems to really like you
Yeah,
you can tell. I mean, again, I'm not saying that other people who stream aren't professionals, but some and granted, I'm I'm a work in progress, so but I just know
they are influencers, man. They're just shows.
they're
They're not
in
really in for they're for show, and I don't care about that. So I enjoy
yes.
watching everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't care about being and I just if I influence, I want it to be for like for the good. I want it to be where people are like learning some good stuff. I want it to be where it's like helping people in the journey of trading, right? So like, yeah, I just feel like a lot of the stuff you watch on live stream, yeah, there's guys placing trades. Some don't even show their trades. I'm not gonna name names, but I'm not talking about Deja Brew. I'm talking about other people where like after the fact, oh, I'm in, or they do other stuff. But I've got my, I'm skeptical in some ways. Then there's other guys who do well, but um, yeah, there's no. It's just not as much learning. I think it's more like entertainment.
It is, and they're trading just sim accounts. They're not trading real money, and that is misleading because they mislead people
Yeah.
into thinking, "Oh, I make all this money." They're all sim accounts.
So I think
So yeah,
like in today's day and age, I got a good buddy and we talk. This guy's awesome, and he's like phenomenal trader. He's right here in my hometown, um, and I think it's just indicative of our culture too. He talks about there's so much in our culture where it's a mile wide, but it's an inch deep, and and that's really like that's a lot of the influencers of today. I'm not saying that there are influencers who are a mile deep and they're great, but there's just a lot of stuff that it's all breadth and there's no depth. And so he and I will
yeah,
talk about in life, not just in trading, but in life. Like if you want to go wide, if you want to influence and do it in the right way, you first got to go stay small and go deep. So we'll say how depth comes before breadth. And I think that's just a great way to look at it. Because, yeah, there's so much stuff that you see
Yes.
online with traders where it's nothing but
Oh,
breadth. There's no, yeah, that's a big pop. There's
another
no
new
depth at
high.
all. Another all-time high. Another all-time high. There we go.
Today's
Um,
today's
so so again, if you're watching this market, if you're trading based on time frame bar, so you could see that pop, right? And I mean, you know not to short it. You could see that pop and think, "Ooh, there it is." But be mindful how much time is left on that 5 minute bar. It came up, it popped down. This bar still has another minute and 38 to go right now. So that used to just kill me. I see reaction, then get involved. But anyways, yeah, I want this channel to be one where it's depth before breadth. I don't care if there's zero watchers on here. Um, but if I can become more disciplined and become a better trader and have some depth to what I'm doing, then that's what it's all about. Abundance protocol, yeah, man. So you trade NQ. You got, are you funded? You have Eval accounts? Are you with Apex or Top Step? Your own money? Like, what's your deal, man? What you doing? Oh, spiritual trader Kendall. That's awesome. I love it.
What was that?
Oh, he's just the one guy. What's this thing there?
NQ trading.
Abundance protocol. He sent me an email just with his info, but the
Oh,
name of it says spiritual trader Kendall. Balance on it. Oh, cool, man. Let's see. Let me reply.
well, I took a CL trade
A CL
and
trade.
I took a CL trade and it just stopped me out. I was up to 120 bucks, now I'm up 90.
Oh man, what are you doing? You need,
I was looking for more.
dude, trade ES, man. That's the market you know. Here, I'm gonna put my.
I know, but it gave me a signal.
Oh, okay, that's fair. That's fair.
I'll send you the chart. You see.
Okay, if it gave you a signal, then that's cool. I can't knock that.
Look at that. It went good. It was good. So I had my sale at 28. It went to 27. I think it touched 28, but it didn't feel me. And in reverse, look at that. And my trading stop, it chases, so it got caught, and my trading stop sold at a 13, all the way down from 28. Because I don't know how to trade this on Apex, I just left my ATM there for ES, and I heard the trading going up, kashing, kashing, going up,
Yeah.
and I thought I was going to hit the 28 for 220 bucks. But it stopped me out at 9.
I'm surprised you wouldn't just trade like a few micros on ES.
I like one mini. I don't. The commissions, man. I hate the commissions on the micro. It's $1 per micro. It's like it's too expensive. So, for instance, today, uh, my commissions on ES. Where are the commissions? Here, the commissions on ES, $7.96. Uh, two trades. So two fields, two buys fields and two sells fields, right?
Mm.
So it's yeah. This is 198 each. So it's 398 per round trade. 796. But then if you add 796 times 20 accounts, right? Then your commissions are $167 out of the top, you know? And the more trades you make, this you gotta consider those things. All part of doing business, but it's a cost.
Yeah.
Thinking 50%, yeah, it is 50%. From 80, 85 to 80, 79, 80. Yeah. NCL expires in April, not in March. That's it. Easter is 1:15. Well, I wonder if it's going to be one of those grinding days,
Yeah, it seems like it.
non-stop. He's printing new highs. Remember earlier, I told you the pivot is at 51.47.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't look that far now.
No, it sure
It
doesn't.
doesn't look that far away. It's between the previous pivot of 25.50 and 47. It's in the middle right now. Very strong market. Shire is down today.
Is it?
Gold is up 2%. Oil is up 2%. Minute chart.
Yeah, it is.
And remember, we saw it earlier. It was like 8 in the morning, 7, 10 in the morning. My time, not your time, or Eastern time, 10 in the morning, Eastern time. So it's 7 in the morning. It was so bullish. And it just kept going up. Target the 90.
Yeah, it's done what we talked about, hasn't it? And I was on pulling this up and I pulled up, let me get the 15 minute over here. Oops. Let me make this bigger. So here's my 15-minute chart. And you can see 15 minutes come down. We held the gap here, held it again, held it again. So why wouldn't it just continue to push up? Now, the morning, right? Like we had the sell off yesterday and kind of ended like a doji candle yesterday. There was a little bit of back and forth, and that's what got me involved a little bit. But again, I was in super small just because I knew I was fighting City Hall. Didn't want to be in big. Wasn't gonna commit to it. But I think sometimes for me the trick is so I ended up did get long and take a long trade. I'm talking to the people listening. Um, the trick is like, okay, you can see it. You can see it's bullish. You can see that you should be getting long. The trick is like, where can I get long where I know I've got a good entry and I know where I'm wrong. Really, I think just after it stopped out, the ones I was trying to hold on to at you'll see it on my screen here. Would have been 9:10 your time. That was really the was a nice spot. And I've heard guys say too that sometimes you'll get like when you get a pullback, yeah, this I should have been more mindful of that. It's easy to see now in hindsight, but they'll talk about when you get a pullback where all of the candles are kind of the don't have to look the same, but where the size of them is similar. So like right, we came down here down to 18 and bounced, came up, tried to take out highs, we couldn't. Then we retraced a bit. These three candles, how they're all like the same length, that's a great spot to draw your little flag, your little trend line, figure out when it breaks it. And here I was tempted to re-enter again, but I already booked some profit on that trade. But that would have been, that's a great entry to get long at 27. You're wrong below 24 half or even 25. You're not taking any heat. It's a good spot.
Yeah,
It's just more for me. It's yeah. I would have had. So again, it comes down to the abundance versus scarcity mentality. Like if I'm looking at the market in a way where I view it as having abundance, I can sit and wait. I can sit and do nothing. I can even know like I don't have to place a trade. Um, with all the data I have at that point for the day, I can have an idea in the morning, and if the idea is to get short and I'm using this wick, then that's cool. I can have an idea to get long here. That's cool. That worked. But for me, looking at all the data at that point, I've got a lot more to hang my hat on looking at the personality of the market. Now I'm looking at it right now in real time, wondering if this could be another little spot where we've got kind of like a little flag forming, and this bar still has another 4 minutes to go. So I might not be tempted to jump in right here, but just wondering if this is it. If it makes a flag and then continues pushing higher. Um, but yeah, at that point, after 2 hours or 2.5 hours of market data had been collected and seen, um, I've probably got a lot more to hang my hat on with conviction placing a trade at that level. Just thinking out loud there, Tommy. Forgive me.
it's man, I know. It's those candles, man. On the 5 minute it broke the 9 EMA. It went all the way down, so it makes you think, oh, the thing is gonna roll over, but then it comes to bounce. So you gotta understand that when that candle engulfed the previous one, it went above the previous. It doesn't enter. It's breaking up. It's breaking up. Take the trade. I know. Like I said, there are easier trades, there are difficult trades, but to me, I think the harder the trade it is for you, is the more profitable. The easy ones are the ones that always get it.
Hmm. Yeah. Could be. Could be.
Either way, it's just trade. It's like that. I have that picture of that. I don't know. I think it's a posting from somewhere I got it. That this is the most difficult game in the world. Welcome to the most difficult game in the world. Remember that? I'm gonna try to find this.
Yeah, send it to
I'll
me.
send it to you.
Yeah. Welcome to the most difficult game in the world. That's funny.
Yeah, I have it somewhere. It's small though. It's like I don't remember why. Okay, so I'm gonna share this with you. All right, there it is. Downloading.
Did you send it on WhatsApp?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, it's small. So
Oh, give me a second. I'll check it out.
welcome to the hardest game in the world.
That's great.
Yes. Unfortunately, you're playing with some of the sharpest, fastest, most intelligent waiting from stubbornly, like you, irrational, and in many cases unethical minds in the world. And all that's true, man. You're again the computer that's can react faster than you, the trader who has more experience than you, the fund that has more money, the insider, the inner voice, the angel and the devil on both sides of your shoulder, you know.
Yeah.
Leave all your dreams of making quick and easy money behind. The first aim is survival. You want to be able to survive to be able to trade tomorrow.
That's the main thing.
Okay,
Living to trade another day.
you gotta pick up your battles very, very carefully. Ready to play?
That's great. I'm gonna look that one up. I was listening to it, but I'm gonna read it for myself. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Oh yeah, there it is. Nice. Thanks for sharing that. Well, well, I was sending a text message, so I'm just seeing it now. Yeah. Welcome to the hardest game in the world. Oh, that's great. Yeah. Unfortunately, you're playing with some of the sharpest, fastest. What's that?
Can you make it bigger? I'm sorry, this is small, I know, but you can make it bigger.
It's very small. I don't know how to make it, but let's see. Let's see if I can.
Yeah, just scroll.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Okay, cool. I'll pull it onto the screen here. I'll make it real big.
All right, let's go over it again. You read it to your followers.
There it is. Yeah. Sorry, it's a little blurry when I make it super big. But yeah, that's great, Tommy. Thanks for sharing that. Here it is on the screen. Welcome. I'll kind of move this so watch it. Welcome to the hardest game in the world. Unfortunately, you're playing with some of the sharpest, fastest, most intelligent, well informed, stubbornly irrational, and in many cases, unethical minds in the world. Unethical. That's great. You're up against a computer that can react faster than you, the trader who has more experience than you, the fund that has more money than you, the insider that has more information than you, the others that will misinform you, the inner voice that will do its best to undo you. Beware the inner voice. That's the main thing. All right, all this other stuff, not that big a deal, but the inner voice, that's where the struggle can be. So leave all your dreams of making quick and easy money behind. The first aim is survival. Boy, that is so true. The first aim is survival. So true. Your absolute first goal is to learn how to stay in the game. You can only do this by mapping the territory. Ooh, maybe mapping our greed. That might be good. By understanding how the enemy thinks and acts. By having a solid game plan and by picking your battles very, very carefully. Ready to play? That is gold, man. That's so good. So good. Love it.
Well, my friend, I think it's time for me to jump in the shower.
Yeah, yeah, you still got to get groceries today. You're behind the game, man.
We're supposed to be getting snow. Tahoe's getting snow now. We haven't got any snow yet. It's cold. It's 31 degrees here. So it's breaking new highs. This is just going to the moon.
To the moon, man.
47, remember, that big one at 47.
Yeah.
If a runner there, so many times, and I call these targets, and then later on I see them, the market reach the target, and say, what? I was not in there. What was I thinking about? Huh. All
Yeah.
right, James, so we'll talk on Monday.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah.
Say good day.
All right. Sounds good. Yeah, thanks for doing it, man. We'll do it.
Monday, the market does similar stuff, I'm paying as well.
Yeah, we'll do it again on Monday.
All right, cool.
All right, my friend. Bye-bye. All right, folks. Well, I think I'm getting ready to wrap up. Maybe go do some cardio. Here we are, just melting up, grinding up, pushing higher. There it is. All right, well, I think I'm going to wrap it up. That should be it for me. Hope you guys trade well. Have a good weekend. Enjoy yourselves. We'll do it again Monday.